So the main challenges with handling overwinter tarps, there's 3 parts to it. The first challenge is putting the tarp out, and because they're quite large and heavy, it's usually a 2-person job to get them laid out, and best to be doing that on a not windy day, pretty obvious. And then putting down way more weight than you actually think you need. So we've come up over the years with nice concrete blocks that we use for weights instead of sandbags and riffraff. But inevitably, the second challenge is keeping them down over an entire winter, where we have storms and we have wind and things like that. And so we never hesitate to throw down more weight with whatever is heavy and lying around. So we end up with pallets and tree stumps and really anything we can find. Rain also helps keep them down. When the tarps are wet and have some puddles on them, that helps hold them down as well. And then the next big challenge is taking them up in the spring. And so there we have a particular fold that we use where we fold it halfway lengthwise multiple times until it fits, and then roll it up until it fits on a pallet. And so using pallets as our storage system is really critical for us, and that pairs nicely with the forks that we have on our tractor for moving around. So both the weights and the tarps themselves, when they're not in the field, live on pallets, and those can be moved around the farm wherever they need to go.
What are the challenges that we face when deciding to take the tarps off? Yes. They're more to do with the moving them around, folding them. In terms of production, we haven't noticed, like, yes, we might see some rodent activity under them, but again, not to a point where it's become detrimental for us. So yeah, as far as like impacting actual production, I don't know that we've run into any big challenges that have made us second guess it.
Like I said, we store them on pallets, largely because we're constantly not storing them in the right place. Like most farms, we don't have enough storage space. So whenever we put something somewhere, at some point I have to move it. And that's why having it on a pallet is nice, because it makes it a non-manual job. The tip I would give is actually something that I don't have in practice, which is to have a dedicated storage place for the tarps that is rodent protected. Folded plastic tarps are prime rodent habitat. And so if you've got them off in the corner of the field and you're not paying attention to it for a whole season, somebody could make a home in there, chewing through multiple layers of fairly expensive silage tarp. That can be a little frustrating because you often don't discover that until you go to fold it out in the winter. So yeah, having a dedicated storage spot that those rodents can't get to it would be pretty helpful as well. We're working towards that, but you know, you got to build storage one day at a time. So.